Hi, judges. We're a group of high schoolers that have noticed a big need for change in the United States education system. In 2019, the average GPA was 3.0, but we found a significant drop-off for the average GPA of low-income neighborhoods, as it was only 2.59. We as high schoolers have seen this problem in our own school communities. Low-income families do not have similar opportunities as many of us, as tutoring is often very expensive and hard to obtain. Many of the underprivileged turn to dropping out of schools for a solution, as over 27% of high school dropouts have dropped out because of grades. This has led to 1.2 million high school dropouts, and these dropouts are losing out on $31.8 billion from a lack of education. So we knew we had to make a change.
These students generally cannot afford help or support, and as high schoolers, they're juggling multiple commitments at once. To fit their lifestyle and needs, we researched and we found that peer-to-peer education was the most affordable and effective option as proven by Stanford University. We also conducted our own sample survey where out of 300 students, 78% of them preferred peer-to-peer education over a professional tutor. And that's how we came up with our solution, an online platform to scale peer tutoring.
EdAssist. EdAssist is an online peer-to-peer education platform for the students and by the students. Students from grades 6 to 12 have the ability to receive assistance from tutors who we call EdAssistants. EdAssist is special because we offer our students one key factor, relatability. That is, our students and tutors are in the same age group, which bridges the gap between them and facilitates a more comfortable learning experience. In addition, EdAssist has revolutionized the incentivization system, as we offer our tutors volunteer hours to create a mutual benefit for both learning and teaching students. But why EdAssist? EdAssist offers students a safe and comfortable environment to learn in without the pressures of being graded or assessed. The main purpose of EdAssist is to help students gain confidence in the midst of peers with whom they can relate. We also offer a high degree of flexibility as students can choose the time and specific subject matter to be learned. Then, we optimize this flexibility with our smart scheduling using Google Calendar to pair students and EdAssist in real time. Additionally, EdAssist offers students easily accessible help on the go, while maintaining an affordable price point for parents, being 10 times less expensive than normal tutoring services.
The most important part of the platform is the volunteering aspect, which is one quality that no other competitor has. Volunteer hours are valuable to EdAssistants, and they're at no monetary cost to us. For tutors, hours are often necessary to graduate high school in the US and can also boost a college application. The graph on the right shows a survey result to prove students are willing to teach for volunteer hours. Also, many students have trouble finding opportunities which can adapt to the schedules and availability. EdAssist does just that, which is another factor that motivates EdAssistants to join our platform. An important part of EdAssist is making sure that the students are actually learning. To ensure this, we test the EdAssistants on the subjects they are teaching to make sure they're qualified. Also, the students rate the EdAssistants based on the students' academic improvement and confidence in material. The students and EdAssistants will also have to agree to our terms and conditions. Now, Padre will give us a walkthrough of our website.
This is our website at edassist.online. As you can see, you may either schedule now as a student or sign up as an EdAssistant, but let's schedule as a student. I may now choose a subject, and as you can see, EdAssist provides a variety to choose from. Let's book a session in Algebra 2. Clicking this brings me to our interactive calendar where I can choose the time and date of my session. And as you can see, we offer a lot of flexibility with sessions almost every time of the day. I can also choose the EdAssistant of my choice, and let's book with Nitish at 5:30. Now I just click next, and I only have to fill out a small bit of information: my first name, email address, what I want to learn in the lesson, and my parents' email address. I click book it, and my session is booked. Easy as that. I can add it to my Google Calendar if I would like, and I receive an email with my EdAssistant's information and a link to join the Zoom call at the designated time. And in addition, my EdAssistant will receive a similar email with my information, what I would like to learn, and a link to start the lesson at the designated time. But once I finish the call as an EdAssistant, I can get my community service hour by clicking right here. I just need to fill out my information, including my student's first name and the date of the lesson. And I can click continue. And I can choose from one of our 3 partnered organizations that provides volunteer hours. And I click get certificate. All I have to do now is fill out my information, print it out, and give it to my school. And that's how easy the EdAssist process is. After analyzing 250 customer surveys regarding pricing and usage, we determined our model. We have 3 hourly packages reset every month to match different students' demand for help. Students can get a 3-hour free trial to experience EdAssist. As you can see, the service costs at most $4 per hour. Our partnerships are huge parts of our revenue and also bring large clusters of students. We partner with nonprofits for $7,500 a year, and our enterprise solution can be purchased by a school district for unlimited access for all students just for $30,000. Since the average school district has about 1,850 middle school through high school students, that's only $16.22 per student per year for unlimited access.
But why partner with us? Schools have an incentive to partner with us as they improve student academic performance, allowing the schools to receive grants, along with improving their reputation and helping students fulfill their graduation requirements. We also provide an organized enrichment opportunity for nonprofits, along with an online medium to carry out tutoring. Most importantly, we share the same mission to create a beneficial social impact. We plan on partnering with large schools such as BPS and KIPP, along with major nonprofits such as edX and Boys and Girls Club. The size of the online education market is very large and accessible. The total addressable market of our company is $52 billion, which is almost 40% of the total online education market, a huge upside. We have noticed that organizations like Boys and Girls Club have trouble funding tutors due to inconsistent grant cycles. But we solve this problem by offering a more sustainable and affordable model, which is unique in its niche market.
COVID-19 did halt many of our partnerships, but we took it as an opportunity to help hundreds of students. Remote learning was far from perfect, and many volunteer opportunities were unavailable. We gave students access to both of these needs by running a free COVID-19 pilot on our platform. We benefited as we were able to gain publicity and credibility. In June, we implemented an extension of the pilot for the summer, where students can prepare for the next year for free. Due to EdAssist's adaptability, we were able to boost our business greatly and greatly help the community in the midst of a health crisis. Our company has grown a lot in a short time. Within just 3 months of launching our platform, we already have 300 students and 70 EdAssistants, and they have successfully conducted 450 sessions. Our rapid growth has shown that we have an effective model, as students keep coming back to continue learning and enriching themselves. EdAssist is perfectly in line with what schools and education-related nonprofits need, which is why we have gained 8 partnerships in the last 3 months. Here are our financials. We followed our pricing plan and assumed that every year we would earn $150 from each individual student. We accounted for COVID-19 by estimating a lower revenue for 2020. By the end of this year, we're expecting to have 2 schools and 1 paying nonprofit. And 5 years from now, we're expecting about 47 schools and 48 nonprofits. All schools would like an opportunity for their students to improve, which is why we expect it to be easier to get more schools in the beginning. However, after we get a sales team, we think we'll be able to find nonprofits in line with us much faster. Our revenue for just 2025 should be almost $2 million, and the profit for that year is expected to exceed $1.6 million. Here are our cumulative financial projections. Our revenue increases sharply, while our expenses increase only very subtly. By 2025, we're projected to have a cumulative profit of over $3.9 million. Clearly, we're a scalable business because we're able to drastically increase our revenue without incurring too many expenses due to the fact that we operate online.
Here's our go-to-market strategy. Our goal through this strategy is to grow our social impact, establish ourselves in the education market, and improve our quality assurance measures. In April, we had a fully functional website and launched a free pilot with great success, gaining a total of 250 students. Currently, we have been working with Deshpande Foundation in India to scale internationally and help those in great need. For the future, we are hoping to integrate EdAssist into larger schooling systems like Boston Public Schools. Starting in December, we plan to end our free pilot as we transition to paid partnerships. We hope to make work with nonprofits like Boys and Girls Club of America to significantly grow our impact. We will also partner with schooling systems like KIPP Public Charter Schools to expand our reach. Finally, by July of next year, we will have become a registered B Corp and we can give volunteer hours ourselves, allowing us to launch our product internationally.
We are looking to raise $50,000 as a discount convertible note. We want to pay off our expenses for 2020 and still have money left over to market for other initiatives in the next year. The reason we want a convertible note is because we want to negotiate a proper valuation after we get more investors.
This is our team. And judges, we want to live in a world where we can learn better together. And our solution for this is EdAssist. Thank you.
For some reason, some audio is coming through my, 1 second, that is time. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. I had some video started playing. Why don't we go ahead and start with Priyanka?
Hi. This is a great idea and really great details into the presentation. My question is, you had you showed a registration form for EdAssistants, which are the tutors. Walk me through if there is an evaluation to identify the legitimacy or whether or not they are proficient in whatever subjects they have picked to assist others.
Right, that's our quality assurance system, and NIVID can answer that for us.
Right, so we have 3 methods of quality assurance, like we previously mentioned in pitch deck. So the first one is qualification tests, which we administer them to the EdAssistants to make sure they can properly teach the subject. So when we start to scale, we're planning to partner with edX to make it a more automated process too. And we also have a rating system where the student fills out a feedback form about the EdAssistant, which factors into their rating. And then the EdAssistants with the highest rating will have a priority when students sign up for a lesson. And finally, our terms and conditions say that if a student or EdAssistant behaves inappropriately, then they'll be contacted.
Thank you.
All right, up next we have Vineet.
Yeah, hi, excellent presentation, and I think you all coordinated it well. A quick question, can you tell me a little more about your competitors or the competition that you have in your business?
Yeah, sure, can we go to that slide?
And if there are any entry barriers to what you do, so if you can just explain a little more.
Right, so EdAssist is new in its market. Our main competitors are online tutoring and professional tutors, but we beat them out with 3 qualities. Firstly, we have a peer-to-peer connection, and that paired with volunteer hours makes us really unique in our market. And we also have this matching algorithm, which makes it that students can access our platform and get help whenever they need it. And so this flexibility and new opportunity for volunteer hours, as well as relatability, makes our platform really unique and helps us beat out our other competitors in this market.
Can a school start on their own?
Sorry?
Can a school start the same model on their own?
Right, so the reason schools don't tend to start these types of models on their own is that they don't have the resources, firstly, because we are bringing nationwide students together and linking them so that they can learn. And usually what schools do is that they prefer the teachers, right? And so the problem we're trying to solve is that the teachers aren't able to connect with students that may come from this demographic, low-income students, because they don't have the time and they might not be grasping the material. And so our goal is to use peer-to-peer education to solve that problem.
And then next question for EdAssist would be Tarek.
Hi, yeah, good job. So I've seen a bunch of these, and the user interface, especially when you're doing it on the phone, that's a big deal. So what if I'm stuck and I find the EdAssist guy and I want to share my homework sheet with him? Do you have a mechanism for sharing, homework sheets, or I want him to look at the book that I'm looking at? How's that interface going to be working?
Right, so to solve that problem, firstly, we are in our planning stages in terms of updating that UI to make it as easy as possible to learn. Currently, we're using the whiteboard feature as well as screen sharing to make that happen. But we hope to move forward and grow that through partnerships.
We've still got some more time, so that was a chance for follow-up.
I do have another question. So on your financials, you broke down by schools and you also had the total students. How did you arrive at that number? Because not everybody needs tutoring. So walk me through a little bit around that.
Nishish, can you answer that question?
Yeah, so just to clarify, the total number of students, how do we come up with that?
Yes.
Yeah, so we assumed that on average, we're going to get 300 students from each school. and we're going to get 200 students from each nonprofit. So the way we calculated our total number of students is by doing 300 times the number of schools and adding that to 200 times the number of nonprofits, and then adding that to individual students. And that total number is how we got our total number of students per year.